boys and girls. Do you know what today's Spirit Day is? It's Throwback Thursday, where you dress like you're from an earlier decade. Can you guess what decade I'm from? My tie-dye shirt should give you a hint. Okay, so boys and girls, yesterday we talked about why we need money and how you get it. Today, we're going to talk about what you can do with your money once you have it. So, when you get your money, sometimes you might spend it right away on wants and needs. Other times, you might need to save your money for a more expensive purchase. What we're going to do right now is talk a little bit more about saving and spending. This page explains all about saving money. When you save something, you keep it. Saving money means you keep your money instead of spending it. And the boy at the top asks a really great question. Why should we save our money? The girl's answer is, it's good to save money so that we have it when we really need it. And the boy at the bottom reminds us that we can save our money for something special. The chalkboard says, if something costs a lot of money or if something's really expensive, we can save until we have enough money, and then we can buy it. So it seems that people can save their money for two reasons. The first reason is that there's something they really want to have, but don't have enough money for it yet. The second reason people save their money is just in case something happens and they need a lot of money to pay for it. When people save their money, they could be saving their money to purchase something they need or to purchase something they want. For example, if your car is really old and not working well, you might need a new car. But since cars are expensive, you'd have to save for it. On the other hand, you could be saving your money for something that you want. I know I want to go on a vacation, but could I live without a vacation? I sure can. All right, boys and girls, now we're going to do a little bit of practice. I'm going to show you some different items, and I want you to decide if it's something that you'd have to save for or if it's something that you would just spend your money on right away. Okay, here we go. Apple. An apple is an inexpensive item that we could buy immediately. Toy car. A toy car is also an inexpensive toy that we could buy immediately. Bicycle. A bicycle is a more expensive item that we might have to save up for. Pencil. We could probably purchase pencils immediately since they're inexpensive. Cupcake. We could probably purchase a cupcake immediately since they are inexpensive. Puppy. A puppy is something that we might have to save up for, as they can be expensive along with all the items required to take care of a puppy. Hat. Hats are a relatively inexpensive accessory that we could purchase immediately. Computer. Computers are an expensive piece of technology that we would need to save up for. Baseball. Baseballs are a piece of sports equipment that are relatively inexpensive. Pants. On most occasions, a pair of pants is something that we could purchase immediately, but there may be occasions where there's a very expensive pair of pants that you might need to save up for. Water. Water is an affordable drink that we could spend our money on immediately. Swimming pool. A swimming pool is a very expensive project that you could do at your house, but would take lots of time to save up for. Strawberries. Strawberries are also an inexpensive food that we could purchase immediately. Cell phone. A cell phone is something that we would have to save up for, especially because new smartphones can be quite expensive. A book. A book is usually inexpensive enough that we could spend our money on it quickly. A house. A house is a very expensive item that would require a lot of savings. Candy. Candy is an inexpensive treat that we could spend our money on. TV. Televisions are usually expensive and something that we would want to save up for. So, boys and girls, how did you do? Did you know which items were ones that we could spend our money on immediately? And did you know which items you'd have to save your money for? Okay, before we finish, we're just going to review really quickly what spending our money is versus saving our money, and then one more option that we haven't talked about yet. So this page is talking about saving, spending, which are two things we've already chatted about, and sharing. At the top it says we can't save all of our money. We must spend some money on things we need, and it's good to share a little if possible. So if we look at the left where it says save, it says save money for special items or for an emergency. What are some of the things you or your family save money for? You might save money for a vacation. You might save money for a new house. Or, like it said, you might just save money for an emergency in case something happens. In the spend section, it says, spend money on things you need like food, water, shelter, and clothing. You can also spend money on things you want as well. What are some of the things your family must spend money on? I know my family must spend money on our groceries because we need to have food to eat. We also have to spend money on bills. Those bills help us have water and shelter. The last option says share. If possible, it is nice to share a little with those who are in need or for someone special. Are you or your family able to share money with those in need or for someone special? Some examples of this are when you donate money to charity. It's not spending because you don't get something in return for the money that you've paid, and it's not saving because you're still giving that money away. Another example is when you give someone money for their birthday. So these are all examples of things you can do with your money. You can save, you can spend, or you can share. All right, boys and girls, now that we've talked a lot about saving and spending money, I'd like you to go onto Flipgrid and share 3 things that you might want to save your money for. Bye, boys and girls. See you tomorrow.